Well, hello my people. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. Your wish has always been my command. Thanks always. Well, meanwhile, this is another one. Alright, this is another one. Well, my people, still on Edo post-election. Okay, well, the reason why I am posting this video, I wouldn't have bothered myself, but based on what a lot of people have been saying on social media had made me to look out for this video. I am about to release the audio talking about Pastor Osage Iyamu. All right, and they were talking about the reason why Pastor Osage Iyamu lost this election to Governor Godwin Obaseki. All right, and then the reason being that, in fact, on social media, a lot of people have complained that Pastor Osage Iyamu is proud. Pastor Osage Iyamu is not diplomatic in answering questions, and a lot of them have attributed it to pride, and because of that, a lot of them have complained a lot on social media. Before I was able to say, let me get this video, and so that people will understand what we're talking about, because on this channel, what we do is we verify before we publish any statement going viral on social media. It is very important. Yes, very important. So I've been able to look out for this video because it has been bothering me. Then why would people be complaining and talking against Pastor Osage Iyamu that he is so full of himself, and somebody like him would not be able to lead the people who, even in fact, if at all they peradventure vote him in? Well, I think this is a cause for concern, and Pastor Osage Iyamu needs to work on his temper, and that is what I also see to that. That is it. Okay, my viewers, I would like you to listen to what we are talking about.
Little positives. I'm hoping that you could bring out some of those positives, because the man who's pushing you now, Comrade Oshiomole,
he's not the one pushing me. Don't get it wrong.
You have his support.
Yes.
He's strongly behind you.
Yeah.
He spent a lot of time trying to, take back the words he said, and he hasn't said anything new about you that could sell you. Are you not worried about that?
You see, he doesn't have to sell me. My character speaks for me. 4 years ago, he could sell somebody because the person was unknown. The reality is that I've been chief of staff, I've been secretary to government. I live in that state. I have businesses in that state. People know me in all the 192 wards. So the reality is that I don't really need somebody to sell me. I do people know me, and that's the difference.
Well, he says he knows you better now, so he takes back some of the words he said.
No.
Just a second.
Yes.
He says he knows you better, and is taking back some of the things he said. What we want to know is, what does he know about you now that we should know? That the people of Edo State
Listen. If you want to know what he knows about me, then go and play back the statements he made when we were not divided. At the time when I was in PDP, he was in APC, I was contesting against his candidate. He said a couple of things.
This is an opportunity for you.
I'm
trying to get you
No.
to sell yourself.
No. Listen. He has, in the past, described me in glowing terms. I remember my 50th birthday. He said most of the achievements of his government is attributable to my counsel. In writing, I have it. So if in the course of contestation against an unknown opponent he brought, he began to say, oh, pastor is a fake lawyer, pastor is a fake pastor. And years later, he says, look, I was just trying to demarket him. These statements were all wrong. You want me to dwell on that? I'm a pastor, a senior pastor in the Redeemed Christian Church of God. I'm a farmer. I paid my dues. So that statement he made then, and recall that, even that statement then, what effect did it have on my election?
You didn't.
So you see, if over 200,000 people still chose to vote for me, you will know that statement made no impact. In fact, if you will recall, they had to postpone that election on the eve of the election, on the flimsy excuse that, there was insecurity. But many people knew that every statistics they carried out showed that pastor would win.
But you repeatedly say that you're not riding on the back of Mr. Oshiomole. And some would say he's your godfather. Is he your godfather?
You see, those are, I'm sorry to say, silly statements, because I'm too big, too well known for anybody to talk about Godfather. You are forgetting that, unless you are not covered down with the politics, As far back as 2005, I had started a group against Godfatherism called the Grace Group with the slogan, "No man is God." So if what I started many years ago, is it now, at this age, you will tell me somebody is my godfather? And in what sense? In what sense? Oshiomole that I supported to be governor, Oshiomole that was his DG, I was national vice chairman of the party. When you're talking about a godfather, you're talking about a godson. In politics, do you look at me the context of a godson with my experience and my pedigree?
You haven't really won an election.
You are the, what?
But you haven't really won an election.
I don't need to win an election for my status to be clear. I've heard people, people can call me a kingmaker. Are you going to call a kingmaker, a godson because he's contesting an election? Nobody in Edo will believe that Pastor Iyamu is a godson to a politician who is a godfather. Nobody will believe that because my pedigree is clear. I've been in the forefront of the policy of that state, so it's impossible to put that label on me. You can put it on somebody who is a novice, somebody who's just starting.
What does the support of Mr. Oshiomole mean to you?
He's a former governor. Everybody's support is important. Whether you like it or not, he served our state for 8 years. Whether you like it or not, he did projects here and there. And so you cannot dismiss his relevance. Whether you hate him or not, you can't dismiss his relevance. So if he's supporting me, it's a plus. But there are so many others also supporting me.
Very well then. Now let's talk about governance as it stands, as far as Edo State is concerned. Do you think that Governor Godwin Obaseki has performed well enough? Do you think he picked up well from where Mr. Oshiomole left?
No, I think really that their quarrel is failure to honor the pledge he made. He had said that this administration will be built on continuity. And 4 years down the road, you're asking yourself, what has he continued? Where are the new roads? Where are the new schools? Where are the boreholes?
You compare what he's done to what the previous governor did with Mr. Oshiomole.
You see, I have gone around the 18 local governments, and everywhere we've gone, we've asked the question, what has this present government done in your local government? And the answer is no. What have they done in your ward? And the answer is no. Now, to be fair to Adams Oshiomole, there is no ward in the state where you will not see one project he did. So the difference is very clear. And you see, if you want me to assess Obaseki's government for you, you'll be shocked. Because sectorally, I can tell you he has not done well.
I think it's interesting that you heap so much praises on Mr. Oshiomole, because in 2016, when you were running on the platform of the PDP, you didn't think so. In fact, here's what you said about him. You said this present government, that's the Oshiomole government, has received over 1 trillion naira. No government has ever got that, and I served in the Lucky Benedion government for 8 years that he was there. If you add all the money that came from the 18 local government, it was 196 billion naira.
Yeah.
So, for a government that has received over 1 trillion naira, you will expect that their investment will guarantee the future of our state. Rather than do that, they embarked on reckless spending as if the good times will never cease. You went further to say they finished what was available and started to borrow. Not only have they wasted the resources of the present, they have mortgaged the future through reckless borrowing. That was what you had to say about the Oshiomole government that you're president.
Listen. Oshiomole is not the one that is contesting. You missed the point. The fact that I criticized Oshiomole does not mean that he did not make impact. The issue I'm telling you is that in every local government, he had projects. That is not to say that he was perfect. And if you are criticizing him, are you not also going to criticize Godwin Obaseki, who was his chief economic advisor? So don't miss the point. No.
You haven't said anything that you plan to do for the people of the state.
You have not asked about my agenda.
I did. I asked you.
No. If you want to ask me,
let me clarify.
Listen, I understand English.
Yes, I understand.
The fact that you are conducting the interview does not mean that you understand English more than myself.
Absolutely not.
If you want to ask about my agenda, it's a simple agenda. I will tell you.
We will come to those.
Everywhere I go, then wait.
Wow, this was not nice at all. In fact, in the part that he said, don't forget the fact that you are conducting this interview. That doesn't mean you can speak English more than myself or you understand English more than I do. Well, a lot of things have been said so far on this, but our lessons here is that we should just learn to listen and be diplomatic in our delivery or answering questions, simply because a lot of people get pissed with little things like this, even if they love you, but by the time they see, wow, this kind of person self, get better characters, and this kind of person will vote at the end of the day. You go come fuck person up. This one no go even listen to you. I beg you, vote another person. Well, my people, it has been said that Edo no be Lagos, and that is it, my people, on this one. Meanwhile, let me have more text from you on this, and please remember to subscribe for more updates. Thanks and God bless.